Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today is our Sunday box opening.
Hey.
Hello!
All right, so welcome. If you're new here, we are a mother-daughter duo. We have a quilt shop in Central Washington State. You can find everything on our website at fabricpatch.net. And we have a retreat center. We have our own pattern line. We do quilting cruises. I don't know. And we do a lot of YouTube stuff. We do lots of tutorials and classes and things. We do kind of a fun little fabric chat where we're just having coffee with friends Saturday morning. And then twice a week we do these box openings. So Sunday at 12:30 and Wednesday night at 5. And heads up, if you are here to see new fabric, you will eventually see new fabric. But we always feel like we need to warn new people that we are chatty Cathy's.
So feel free to fast forward.
Yeah.
No one gets offended by that.
No.
Watch what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Watch when you want to watch.
Yeah, because we know, I mean, there's a lot of people that have been hanging out with us since COVID, and they don't need any more fabric. They're just hanging out because we talk about a lot of other fun stuff. Yeah. And so, and I think they're the ones that fast forward through the, wait, is that a new
fabric.
Pretty Floral line?
No.
No. I know. And I think it's Ginger who said, oh, I want to watch, but she keeps buying.
She forgets to hit that
trying to not
forward.
buy. It's like, I know. So super sorry. So, because we say this all the time, we totally understand. We're in the same boat.
Yeah.
We've got more fabric than we'll ever use in our lifetime, but so what?
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter. It's good to have because then
We are all fully aware that when we retire, we're going to get all of Dad's weird nuts and bolt boxes of why did he keep this headlight from the 60s and a whole bunch of fabric. We are fully invested that we're going to have, we're inherit junk.
Yes.
But, you know.
You are.
Luckily, me and my two sister-in-laws, we quilt. So,
yes.
good causes. The boys like to scrap metal, so you never know.
It'll all be okay. So our Swedish cleaning is probably not happening. Like, no, I don't have to worry about it. It's funny that, unfortunately, Pa and I talk about that a lot. It's like, why do we care? That's not going to be our problem. That's going to be the kids' problem. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we're keeping it.
I know. I don't care about that. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. So a couple of things. We have a bunch of questions that we had to answer and then a couple other update things. And so we'll try to think of everything up front, but as we go, we might remember something else. So I do want to mention just for a minute about the retreats. So you saw us last Wednesday morning at Fabric Chat right when they kind of went on sale. Yeah. And then you saw us Wednesday night, but we had, of course, pre-recorded that, so we didn't talk much about the frenzy that happened Wednesday. Yeah. And so now we just have to say, now that everybody is calm, and all is good,
we got all your SOS
It was
emails.
all super SOS. My friend got in, but I couldn't get in. Yeah. We got you. It's okay. So we have a couple of retreats that are over full, but we have a plan if nobody cancels, and so we're all good. So only 3 are full to capacity.
Yeah. And I think 2 only have like 1 or 2 spots.
Yeah. I don't think anything has more than like 4 spots left. So as of this moment, by Sunday, by the time you're watching this, it could be a little bit different. But there are still some options for you. And what I would say is choose based on the date that works really, really good for you. Don't worry about it. It's like, oh, but I don't want to make an Eastern Star quilt. Make whatever you want to make. We don't care. The only thing that I think is super specific is that if you want to learn machine embroidery, you have to come to the machine embroidery retreat because I can't teach you that. And if you want to learn how to make a bag, well, too late because the bag retreat is full. But,
sorry,
but don't, so super sorry about that. But don't come to the Eastern Star and say, but I really want you to teach me how to make this bag. The
Rosalie
bag
is the whole secret weapon, guys.
Rosalie, I am merely her assistant.
Yeah, I can get you into trouble.
Yes.
Mom will see you're down a wrong path.
Yes.
I may be able to fix it.
I will teach you the fast way to make it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You got a zipper question? I can do it. I know a zipper.
Yeah.
But yeah, you really want Rosalie.
You need Rosalie for that. So, and that's the really sad thing is that I had the numbers written somewhere. The bag retreat was full by 8:35.
Yeah.
The Christmas retreat, I think, was by 8:37. And then what was
within like 10 minutes, those 3 were packed.
What was the third one?
Summer.
The summer retreat. The summer retreat, which is, what's the quote?
One Block Wonder.
The One Block Wonder. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. All 3 of those by 8:38. 8:37 maybe. They were all full. With a waiting list. And then
but crumb cake spring retreat, so
I can't believe, yeah, I thought that one was gonna go first. And I wonder if it's because maybe the picture of the quilt, you think that's not cute.
You know what?
I am not kidding you. A crumb cake, you guys are all gonna freak out. It is the funnest quilt to make.
I think I have two
cat one?
at my house. Yeah, from Thelma. Thelma made the kids all a quilt before she passed away. I'm just gonna get them done because I know you're gonna have babies. She even gave me a third one because she's like, you're not done yet. So she gave us quilts, and they're so cute. I'll bring it for Fabric Chat.
Crumb cake is the one that all of us in the store have made more than we've made anything else because it's such a fun, great quilt for using up all of those leftover bits. So
and not having to worry about seam allowances and cutting straight. And
you
don't have to
can't mess up. You cannot mess up. So that's the first one of the season. That one is like mid-May. I have my list here. Oh, here they are. And then the other thing that I was just going to mention briefly, because we might not talk about it in Fabric Chat, because if we are full with no spots, we won't keep talking about it because it just makes people feel bad if they can't get it. So this might be our opportunity. So Spring Retreat, the crumb cake one, is May 14th, and all of them are basically you come on Wednesday, you leave on Sunday. You can come early if you need to or whatever. Yeah. But basically it's 5 days, 4 nights. And the thing about that is in May, that's when our Sandblaster Open is. So those of you that came last year and went and did some golfing with us at the Lava Links golf course in town, it's known as the worst golf course in America. Tongue in cheek, it is beautiful and it is super fun, and we have the best time. We all have a golf pro with us with our teams, and we have to start setting up our teams. But anyway, super fun. You don't have to do it, but many of us do, so that's super fun. There is a little bit of room, and there's only a couple spots in the Spring Retreat. There's only a couple spots in Beginner Retreat, and that's the one that's the Eastern Star, where it's one block, but you make it 14 different ways. So it's a great way, again, to use up leftover bits, use up fat quarters, use up things. It's a good stash quilt. The best part about that is that we talk all about the whole color class and tone and value and all of those rules with that. And that's super fun.
I'm working on Mom to do a block raffle for you guys. So like everyone brings 3 fat quarters. You're all going to make one block together. Good, bad, or indifferent. And don't matter. And then we're going to draw a name out of the hat, and Susie's going to win them all, and she'll have
fun.
Fun. We all need to know how to make it anyways.
That'll be super fun. And then Summer Retreat is full. Bag Retreat is full. The Collage Retreat, I am surprised that there's not very many spots, but I'm surprised that there's spots in that because that's a fun one to do as a group. And that one people were super upset that we didn't repeat it last year. And one thing I want to mention about that is that we have 2 retreats. The Collage Retreat is one, and the other one is the Summer Retreat. So again, only if you're already coming. If you're planning on bringing a husband, we have local fishing pros that love us. Boats and all of your tackle, all of your everything. There was one particular, I was asking Steve for it, but Bill was there. And so Bill and Steve, in Bill's great big boat, they are going to take the husbands and anybody else who wants to go fishing. But it's really kind of 2 full days of fishing. So I don't know that the quilters will want to go. But if your husband is thinking about coming along, those would be good options. Well, the one is full. Fishing excursions. And because they're already talking about they're going to go walleye fishing up at Banks Lake. Cool. And they want to go to Deep Lake because that's like just a super cool, you're in the
and they both of those guys are super knowledgeable about the area. So if you have questions about weird formations or why is this lake, deep than shallow, whatever, they know what.
Yeah, and they have everything for the fishing and
super fun.
And you don't know this yet. Maybe I will have texted you, or Paul will have texted you before.
You have an invite coming.
Yeah, we're hoping you're going to come and hang out with us because this will be just before we go to Alaska. So so anyway, he needs to come and go fishing and hang out. But
fun fact about Ben, did you know the longest 1-syllable word in the English language? Squirrel. Nah. Squirrel. It is the longest 1-syllable word in the English language.
I did not know that, but of course, because it's not a squirrel.
It's a squirrel. Fun fact of the day.
Fun fact of the day. Oh my gosh, I have another fun fact of the day.
Sorry, I took off tangent.
I know, sorry. This is what happens. This is why it takes us so long. Doggone it. I hope that you have dinner already planned. So another really fun fact is that, who was it that texted me this? Somebody emailed. Somebody said, oh, hey, fun fact for Ben is that squirrel burgers are on the menu for Bob's Drive-In. And I'm thinking, what? That's not a fun fact. We have a Bob's Drive-In in Wenatchee. And then I thought,
And it has like great Bloody Mary.
it has really good food. And I'm thinking, what is like a regional thing? Is that like a, what are you even talking about, Bob's Drive-In? So then I go down this rabbit hole, Bob's Drive-In. Well, and then I'm looking for it, and all I can find is this really weird animated, almost think Simpsons kind of cartoon on Fox TV called Bob's Drive-In.
Oh, funny.
That's what she's talking about. So then I go down this weird, and it's weird because you can watch Fox TV on your phone, you know, and so it has all these episodes, and the episodes are kind of funny because they're all like puns, you know. What was one, was Hope and Mike Night instead of Open Mike Night. And that was the one and so I had to watch one because I had to do research for this.
Yes,
and
yes.
It's pretty funny. I mean, it was kind of laugh out loud. It's kind of, if you like The Simpsons, but I mean, who does? I think The Simpsons are gross, weird people. But, I just think Bart is the naughtiest little boy and the boss is terrible and I don't know. Anyway, this, I feel like it's the same animator.
Oh, sure.
You know, but anyway, it was kind of funny. So
Tongue in cheek. Good.
tongue in cheek. I didn't find the episode that had the squirrel burgers, but anyway, I just thought it was funny. It's like, wait, who has squirrel burgers? And ew.
How are you catching them?
Life burger is
life straps. Roadkill. What is happening?
I know. I was a little
Farm raised.
Yeah. So Bob's Drive-In is, I don't know. It was kind of funny. All right. So let's see. Where did we leave off? Collage, we do a few spots. Machine embroidery. There's a couple spots on that. And our suggestion for machine embroidery is that, again, if you've recently retired and you really want to know how that embroidery machine works, or you've just bought one and you still want to be immersed in that, this really is a very,
or maybe
very
you're
good.
in the market for one and not
You
sure.
want to try it.
Yeah, it's a good one. We are doing Kimberbell's patriotic quilt ladder. That is the project we're going to be working on together. But if you are someone who's more of a seasoned machine embroiderer, or you have a project you're working on and just want to come to a retreat, you do not have to do the same project we are doing. No. That kit cost that comes with machine embroidery is pretty much, it is the CD and instruction book that Kimberbell puts out, and I give you a sample of my favorite stabilizers to use. So if you're someone who's just coming to do your own thing, the kit cost is nothing added, because if you're not doing what we're doing, then you don't need what I have.
Right.
So,
right.
But super fun. Or you can come and just sew. If it's what works, it's what works.
And we talk a lot. We do a bunch of emails, you know, talking about stuff, and then we're even doing Zoom calls.
I'm excited about that.
I am too. I feel like especially new people are so nervous about, what am I supposed to bring? And I want to be prepared. And so, you know, that way you don't have to worry about it. All of the season people. It's like, whatever. I might make the Zoom and I might make not.
Yeah.
Not, but,
and we'll record it so you can watch it later. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're all right. And then the other thing that we added this year, which I'm kind of excited about, because we have 7 of our Kodiak Alaska friends that are coming. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just love so much seeing them when we go up there. Some of the girls from Alaska are going on the UK trip. Yeah. And so super excited that we're going to see them so much this year. But now I feel like, you know, the bar has been raised just a little bit, because there's such hospitality when we go up there. And, you know, Amanda and Linda and all the girls are so good. So it's like, I really need to pull out all the stops. So for the first time ever in all of these years, we are going to go rock hounding.
Yes.
And I am really, really excited about that. This is really more of a fall thing, because in the spring the snakes are coming out, so you kind of want to be careful where you're at. Yeah. But Grant County is extremely unique in that, now you're going to know the answers to all of these, but we're going to act like you don't. What is the #1 county in the world for finding amethyst geodes? Any guesses?
It's ours. It's Grant County.
We have them here because of course I brought a few things to share, because what happens is they are in basalt. So we have all of these basalt columns, and so you can go out there and you just find these weird little balls, and you will see that when you break them apart and you have all of these funny shards, and all of a sudden there's a little ball in there, and usually there's 2 or 3 that are together, and what it is it's just a little spot in the lava, you know, where there was some water, and then that water over time, you know, creates this crystal thing. And so what you have is you can have 2 different crystals. You can either have clear crystals. I was thinking I brought one. I must not have.
Oh, yeah.
Or, did we? Oh, yeah. Lots of these guys.
Yeah, lots of these. My kids find them all the time.
You can find these we call them dragon tears, but you find these everywhere. But, and then we have a cutter. We'll bring it back and cut it and see what you got. And more than likely, it's super common. And there's ways to know, you know, you can pretty much guess what is going to be inside, but super easy to find, kind of fun. The other thing that we have a lot of out here is agates. Agates, super, super easy. You'll find every single time. The other thing that we have in agates, you know, of course, beautiful rocks. And then we have lots and lots of petrified wood out here. And then the other thing that people may not know about our county is the very first opal mine in the United States was, any guesses?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Up at Wheeling. Yeah.
Oh.
So the very first opal mine in the United States was here.
Oh, yeah, I had no idea.
So opals also. So anyway, enough said. But what we're going to do is, if you're a rock hounder, that's kind of what I was thinking for our fun little
excursion.
And I was thinking we could do that, the machine embroidery retreat.
Yeah, maybe.
That's the right kind of time, because that's the middle of September. Mixed media retreat for sure.
We'll totally do that.
For sure, because also Allison is coming to mixed media.
Oh, yeah.
She's my other rock hounder that I have to take her out in the, it's not so much in the woods,
you'll be
but
practiced up for when the real rock hounds
and then we'll know all the good spots for them. We'll save you some for when,
awesome.
Because we've got some spots left in the women's retreat, and the women's retreat is right before the Christmas retreat, and that's the one where we're doing the bra auction.
Yeah.
So anyway, as of this moment, while we're talking, you know,
There's still room.
There's still a little bit of room. So, and if you don't get exactly what you want, go ahead and sign up for whatever you can get into. And then if you want to be on the waiting list, I think the other thing that we're going to do this year is that while you're on the waiting list, we're going to go ahead and add you to the emails and to the Zoom calls, just so that you can kind of be prepared. So that's like, oh my gosh, you know, sure enough, you know, Beth is not coming and it's a month's notice. You know, if you can get the turnaround, you'll be prepared and you won't be nervous about it.
I think that's a good idea.
Because there's shakeups all the time. And our policy for a refund is that you can have a full refund up to 60 days before. After, between 60 days and the day of the retreat, if I can sell your spot, you get all your money back. And so, and that's really the key, is how can we make sure that we sell your spot, that we can sell your spot. But if you,
and most of the time, we are able to fill it. But there's sometimes, depending on what dates it is, those items are sometimes harder. But for
if you are canceling the week before, it's really hard for people to find that kind of turnaround, to be able to get their act together, find somebody to feed their dogs, purchase a plane ticket, you know, and so that makes it kind of hard. But the rest of the time, that's what we do.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like there were other things, but we'll think about other. I know there were some other questions that people had, but
go over the box.
Well, remember, we've been talking a lot.
Yeah.
People who were here just for fabric, they've already left.
Well, hopefully they just got bored.
Yeah.
Took our advice and just yeah.
All right. This looks like a
it's a checker box.
We had a lot of notions and books last time. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Oh, that's good. The clothesline stuff. We'll have to show
to do rope bolts.
Rope bolts. Rope bolts are like the new rage. They've been around for forever and ever, but all of a sudden there's a bunch of new books, and it was one of the things that you did last year at the machine embroidery, because when you guys did it, and then you actually did some sewing
embroidery on it. Yeah.
And you can get, I don't think we have a lot of the colored rope in stock at the moment, but the other thing that you can do is you can just wrap it. And so
you can wrap it with fabric. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also, this is 100% cotton. You can always dye it. Get a boiling pot of purple and plop it in there. And it is, yeah, it's a really nice one. And there's 100 feet. So you can make a pretty large bowl, a couple coasters, whatever you want. You can grab it.
And the other funny thing is me being a price shopper, you know, you can find like dollar store rope. Do not use that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't use it. It's not made the same. You can find clothesline, which you could use that. But the problem is that when you do the math for how much rope you get for that, and what you're paying and how much you get for this is actually a better deal. So it is packaged for us, which is kind of nice. So
yeah. A new pattern. This is called Lucy. It uses 10-inch squares, and there are again 5 sizes. All 5 sizes from 30 by 45 for a crib, or a large king that's 105 by 105.
Fantastic. That's
super
cute.
cool. That's really cool.
That's another one of those examples of just one block, you know. And look at the back there, where you're using lots of color. There's 6 sizes.
6 sizes? 1,
Crib.
2, 3. Oh, there's 6.
Throw, lap, full, king, and queen.
Cool.
It's funny the difference between a throw and a lap.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, a couple squares.
These are bobbin holders, bobbininis. What they do is, let me see if I can open one. Yeah. So there, it looks like this. Can you see that? So this little part pops onto the top of your spool of thread, and then your bobbin squeezes into this side, so that if you are someone who does binding, likes to match, if you're a machine embroiderer and you want your bobbins to be organized, you can always just put them together. So when you want that purple thread, you already have your purple bobbin attached to it, or know that you need to wind a purple bobbin. So kind of slick.
I'm going to tell you the real important spot for that is if you have specialty threads. If you have like a glow-in-the-dark thread,
Ooh, yeah.
And maybe
the water-soluble thread.
Water-soluble thread.
Horror stories, I'm going to tell you.
Horror stories. I now keep that in a Ziploc bag that has a Sharpie marker written on the outside of it. Water soluble. They do make that thread. Do we even have any in this store?
I don't know if I have any at the moment.
We both have
get it just
PTSD from it.
Get it just before machine embroidery, because we do a lot of basting in machine embroidery, and the worst part about machine embroidery is ripping out those basting stitches. So logically, we'll just wash it out. Who cares if the line is there? But you have to be, like, I always tell everybody, put an orange sticky note on your machine, water-soluble thread, so you know that you have to switch that bobbin.
Because your best sewing that you do will be with that thread in there. Yeah. So no, my guess is we do not have any in the store. I don't know. But check out your local quilt shop.
It's a thing.
But it, you know,
that's a good idea.
It is a really good idea. And when you are using it, you're thinking, wow, somebody was really smart that they figured this out. But man, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
But yeah, that's a good tip too. Use these for specialties so you don't get those mixed in with the good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this, if you're coming to bag retreat, you will need this. You will use this. It's not just that little stiletto where you're holding everything until it gets right to where the needle goes. And I use this even with regular sewing. And then the other end of it is for pressing. If you just want to do, instead of some finger pressing, it's just a little bit heavier and it'll hold that down. So it's a really, different companies make one similar to this, but, you know, they're all very, very nice. I do like Biani's. Hers is like super, super sharp. In fact, it even comes with a funny little
cover
because you can
But
hurt
the
yourself
stiletto and pressing tool is a really good combo. So if your local store has something similar in a different, it's okay. Yeah. But stiletto and a pressing tool is super great for making bags.
Yeah.
Sticky Fabri-Solvi. This is what I chatted about, I think Thursday, the how to make a minky ottoman was our tutorial. So this is what stabilizes all of the extra stretch. So if you're sewing with minky, wanting to use up scraps of minky, just stabilize those stretchy sides, sew it into any kind of a quilt block, and it's super great. And this is completely water soluble. It's super sticky on one side that you can stick it to your edge, and then it'll just wash out the first time your project's washed.
Yeah. And
don't
it
even know
comes
it's
in a
there.
1 yard package, or it's also on the bolt. You can get way more if you'd like to.
Yeah.
And speaking of your ottoman, did you see? I think these are new colors.
I did
New
notice.
things. Yeah. So this is the Sally Tomato in her little ottoman thing. She shows this bag making people. This is super fun stuff. It's super affordable. It's like $11, and I think that the piece is what, like,
It's 18 by 25.
so it's plenty big for
It makes
a bag
cool looking
or an
ottoman.
ottoman.
I was super
That's what she
impressed
made.
when I made.
Yes.
It's like, oh, look at this.
That is pretty cool. Yes. So there's some new textures. It's like alligator. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
this is
is
alligator.
Black alligator.
Yes.
I know.
This
How
one,
fancy is that?
oh, that's alligator too. And it has alligator, yeah, in all the sizes. You know, the wider spots by their tummy and the smaller parts.
Yeah.
And this one is ostrich.
Ostrich.
So it has the little dimples. And then we still have the classic two textures, which is the legacy or the pebble.
Pebble.
And the legacy just looks like worn leather, and then the pebble is a really tight pebble.
It's funny. I picked up this one too. I thought, oh, what is this one? It's alligator.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny because depending
It
upon
has a texture thing.
Yeah.
A density.
it might not come up very well for you, but look, can you
The
guys?
pictures on mine might be pretty good.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh, you have,
Oh,
you have ostrich in what colors are this?
oh.
In Merlot.
Merlot.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
that's really pretty.
And you have this one is in
That's
ecru.
really pretty.
Like a good old Western boot right there.
Oh yeah, ostrich. What if it really looks like an ostrich?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if you take her feathers out. I mean, that's what like a wild turkey looks like after you pluck it.
We'll have to ask our friend. We have a friend from Australia coming to a retreat.
So
I'm
excited.
so excited. We have like 3 Canadians too this
Yeah,
time.
I
love
think
that.
it's fantastic.
I love that. I mean, I love everybody, but I love that we're international.
Yeah. Yeah. And new friends.
I know.
And new friends to know in Australia because that was probably
Because
Mom
we're
and
going to come
I's
see you.
favorite vacation.
Yeah. And oh my gosh. So our UK friends too. So and I think that we'll talk about this probably a bunch during Fabric Chat
Fabric Chat,
next Wednesday
probably.
because I have some updates for that. But so we also do these quilting cruises. We do one every year. And this year in August, the first part of August, we're going to the UK. So we have not been talking about it very much lately because we were full. What has happened in the last week is we've had 2 cancellations.
Yes.
So, so we have 2 spots that are available.
Go
If
cruising.
you can get your stuff together, to come,
It's
maybe
the
we can.
first weeks of August.
First week of August. It's a 12-day cruise. We fly into Amsterdam. You get on the boat there. We go to London and then we go all around UK, Scotland, Ireland, and then back to Amsterdam. You can stay in Amsterdam a little bit afterwards if you want to, or there's also a pre-trip that we're doing where we're going up to Highmore Castle, which is where Downton Abbey was filmed. And then we're going up to the quilt show, which is the largest quilt show, in the UK, Birmingham. Super excited about that. And we want to plan something so that we can hook up with some people in Birmingham and then also in London. And so, anyway, and we'll talk more about that. But what's super, super exciting is that, there's 2 spots available.
Yeah.
And so there's an opportunity for you guys to get in.
If you want more information about the cruise, head to the website, fabricpatch.net. On the tab up top, you'll see Cruise with Us. Click on Cruise with Us and you'll see the whole details of the cruise. You'll see the route we're going to take, the days we're going to be sailing, all of that jazz. We'll have sewing machines with us.
We'll have sewing machine
a
is
really fun
included.
time.
We have our FAF machine. We have 3 days at sea where we're sewing. But what's really nice, the way that they do that for us, we have sewing techs that are coming. The machine techs will be on the boat with us, and you will have access to that room where all the sewing machines are the entire time. So if we're at a port and you don't want to get off the boat, or you get back on the boat, your excursion is over with by 2, and you want to sew all afternoon, we have so much fun. We have a lot of fun. We hang out together a lot. We eat together. We just have a blast, which is why it's always the same people that come again and again.
It's really fun.
You know?
Robert and I are going. We're just not taking the babies. I've never been away from Maisie that long.
I know. And we talk about this a lot because you're going to be miserable, but you're going to be miserable from the first day. I mean,
the moment I leave my house.
I know it's going to be hard, but they're going to be fine.
Yeah, I know. They'll have fun.
Yeah. But anyway,
Still have fun.
we'll talk more about it. And you can click on that. You can chat a little bit with John and Ray about the details of it. We can't sign you up for it. They are our people that take our travel concierges. They come with us. They take care of if there's anything at all you need. They are that whole thing about you have to have your people. They are our people.
Yeah.
We just say, oh, guess what happened? And boom, off they go.
Fix it.
They fix it.
It's
really good. Or if you have other specific questions about something that they can or can't answer, whatever, email me.
Because you can fill out a little form at the end of our website that gets to them. There's no credit card, there's no anything, it's some basic questions. And then they will contact you and help answer those questions and do all of that. But that just opens the door to start communications.
It's a really
nice... Or you can email Mom and she can fill you in.
Yeah, I can fill you in. It's a really nice bucket list trip. People who want to go. And what's really, really nice is going with a group of people. That's what and so we've done other trips too, not just the quilting cruises where we've done, Egypt and what was the other one?
The Indonesia, Mediterranean.
Other ones where just to come with a group and it's there's, safety and power in numbers and you get to you have things that are available to you that would not be available to you if you were just Joe Schmuck on the boat. Yeah. Yeah. You're with a group. And so everybody knows who you are, which is kind of nice. So anyway,
that's fun.
All right.
Two last things in the box. A seam fix, seam ripper. These are just really nice. There's a new color. This one's purple. We usually have a teal one. But it's a nice little seam ripper with like an eraser. So if you're just cutting stitches and you want to get all those little threads out of your stitches, you can just erase them right out. It's a really nice one. It's
a nice one to have if everybody needs a seam ripper. And then this is kind of cool. This is not new, just a restock on this. It's a solution. So it's this really nice little case. It's fairly thin, so it's perfect for needles, threaded needles or whatever. This is actually magnetic.
Yeah.
So what's kind of nice about that is it holds everything still and, so you can put
It's good for your traveling stuff. If you're someone who's doing traveling, those English paper piecing hexies, if you are just doing some stitching and just in a safe place to put everything, you can just wind something on a metal bobbin and no one's going to be flip-flopping around.
Yeah. And then we should mention for a second, so then your ottoman, you were talking about that with
that went up Thursday.
Okay, so if you haven't seen it, if you've subscribed, you would have gotten a little notification. But if not, can you link that?
I can, you can watch next. Because it just takes 2 squares that are the same size. So whether you're going to do 2, 16-inch squares, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun.
And then was there some other video that we talked about? No, that was it.
I think that's it. I do have a tutorial filmed for doing rope coasters. And maybe I can have that go up Thursday for you guys. But I do have how to do a rope bowl quilting, I guess. We do just a coaster together, but of course, you can go flat for as long as you want. And then I show you, we can just slowly
placemats
pop up and then you're starting to make your bowl. So this one, I'll have this one go up next week for you guys. If you missed it during the 12 days of Christmas, it's coming back.
Very good. All right. Okay. We're going to throw some stuff in this box, move this box.
And then I have some in the beginning boxes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. She has, we've cleaned off our surface. She's lifted up the box. But first, you guys were busy.
Yeah. We've been doing some kits. So we did some Navajo Rose kits. This colorway is kind of the top selling. I mean, it's a toss between these neutral, brown tones and the Sea Hawk colors, green and blue.
Yeah.
But that's just another Navajo Rose kit. Beautiful. We cut them for a twin size, knowing that you are, you could add more borders. You could do more blocks if you had some other extra colors you wanted to use from your stash, but a twin is a nice giftable size, a throw size, and it's something you could build off of. And it's a good price point if you feel like you're kind of on a budget and you don't really need one more thing. It's a easier price point than shopping for a king.
And they come, so you have these priced with the pattern or without the pattern?
Yes.
And we usually do that because oftentimes people already have the pattern. They've already made this multiple times and they like this is actually a really popular quilt. And all they need is the fabric. Yeah. And so that's why we price it that way. You don't have to buy a second pattern if you don't need it.
Right.
So, all right.
That's pretty fun.
And then also you did these.
We did some Tannenbaum kits. So you might have noticed if you subscribe to our channel that I think started last Tuesday. the O Tannenbaum Block of the Month series is up. So from then until, I think it's 10 different classes, for every Tuesday, you'll get a new step of your block. So it's a really fun one. It's a good beginner-friendly one. We start with just basics of 4 patches. Some cutting tips are in there. It's a really good series just to watch, whether you're making the quilt with us or not. There's a lot of good tips in there.
Yeah.
Just for quilting fundamentals. So if you are someone who is new to quilting and kind of ready to step out of your comfort zone a little, this one might be nice. You're going to learn half square triangles, 60-degree triangles, fun color placement, and just really nice piecing tips.
Applique, all kinds of, fusible applique, flying geese, quarter square triangles, all of those things. So the kits are
2 colorways. No, go for it.
Dark background where we've got that nice Starry Night blue with silver bubbles on it, and then your green tree. Or there's this white bright background with bright baubles on your green tree.
Yeah.
So, and if you feel like, oh my gosh, I have a massive stash and I have all of that stuff, the pattern is also just available. Yeah. And so you're okay. But it was a popular class when we did it in the shop. And whenever there was somebody, beginner new, it was really popular because you learned all kinds of fun things. There's a paper piecing section in there, but yeah, just for fun.
Pretty fun.
And then, we're going to answer a stash question here in a little bit. We had an email, somebody wanted us to demonstrate
how we store our fabric.
So I keep thinking about it, but I think that's the 3rd time we've talked about stash. Because it's still January, so we're still thinking about all of that.
All of our resolutions.
Yeah. How to use our stash and not buy more. Speaking of buying more.
In case.
Oh, just in case.
You've finished some things off your list and you need a reward.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
No.
How's that?
So in the beginning,
they don't do anything bad.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
This is a border print. Look at that. So if you are doing mitered borders, of course, the border print. So this is the 10-inch repeat. 4 of them on there.
Ooh, is this ombre? Oh, it is. All right. I have one more box.
2 boxes?
Yeah. So I'm going to get the other box off. I'm going to take this big old chunk of paper off, and then we'll show you close.
Okay, this is, as usual, absolutely gorgeous. I think Sea Spirit does such a nice job. And it's funny, we also ordered patterns. We carry this pattern a lot. It's super popular. It's just a kaleidoscope pattern. But what's really nice is it's colored with this exact fabric, which makes it kind of fun.
The pattern is written using the border print to kaleidoscope. So if you are someone who is hoping to get into the summer One Block Wonder Retreat and did it super bummed, get the pattern, get some border print. It goes out beautifully. If you have questions along the way, call us. We will help you. But the pattern is written really, really well.
Yeah. And
it focuses on the border print instead of repeats, which if you have done a One Block Wonder before, it makes it pretty slick.
Yeah.
So
super pretty. Such rich color with Jason Yenter. He does such a nice job. I can't wait to open some of these up for them to see them. I don't know if they can see the
you can't tell that they're ombres, really.
Okay, so where are we going to start? Let's start down here. So let me show you this one. So this is a really nice, you'll see where he's using that is a gorgeous print. You see what's going on in there. It's just kind of this really nice texture. And it's the same, this is the same piece. I mean, different color, but can you see that texture?
We really can. Right, we can see there's something happening.
Yeah, it's the same as this. Beautiful. It's kind of a parchmenty, little bit of like a light taupe kind of a background. It's just really, really nice for a little background. And then the floral, I love kind of the wispy floral kind of a thing. So this is nice. There's so many different textures, which is kind of what he does a lot of. He's not just doing one texture in 4 different colorways. They're all just totally different. So this nice little wispy flower. There's a really cool, beautiful, small textured blue print. And then, gosh, I love this one. I'm going to open this one because I feel like this one is ombre, right?
Yeah, there's oh, look how cool that is.
Look at this. And what's really fun about that is that just a little bit, if you're doing something where you're mixing things, you've got the dark green, the medium green that goes clear into an olive and a lime and the fall. This is so beautiful even as a border. You know, you can cut your strips and you can have this whole ombre effect going all the way around for your border. This is a beautiful piece. My prediction is this will be the first one we'll sell out of. I feel like I need 2 yards of that to plan. And then this, just a really pretty, kind of a sky blue, I guess I would say. Has some little clouds going on in there. Really nice, beautiful piece. And then, and look at these three together, just if you're not into the florals, just the really pretty blues. I love that. Just a fun swirl piece. Another small, small texture light green. Can you see that print on? It's like a leaf, a couple of different leaves and wisps. And then this was that border. I held this, I've been all up in this. This is absolutely beautiful. And just even if you're not into the kaleidoscope thing, even just that whole idea of mitered borders, adding 20 inches in width and in length for your quilt with a really nice border print. And then this is the all over floral, which is really pretty. Gorgeous flowers, just a little bit smaller than the border. Another floral toss, super cute. And look at these, you can see these all together. And so they're all different. This one is the same print as this one. It's just that there's the dark blue and then this one has the white, but
so pretty.
Yeah, really, really pretty. And then, oh my gosh, look at this one. Also ombre. Check that out. That is beautiful. I mean, look at that pink.
That's so pretty.
I love this. I love the colors. Super fun. I feel like there's so many things that you can do. And, you know, we keep talking about everybody's resolutions. And not that every quilter has decided that you're going to use only stash fabric this year. I mean, I stopped saying that a long time ago because it just doesn't work that way. But what is funny is that I think I am a little bit more discerning now about what I buy. I will get a kit often because then I don't have to search through everything and find all of those things. Somebody's already done it for me. And the other thing that I'll do is fabric that I think is more unusual than what I have. Something like this ombre stuff is like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All kinds of things I can do, but I want to buy it and then think about it. Right. It's like,
it's those prints that you can either use as a panel because it's just one of those huge pieces, put it into a gorgeous bag.
Yeah.
Some of those larger prints, I find that I purchase more, a large print or a border print more than just some other ones because I can fill those other ones in whenever. If I decide to turn it into something but need a green, I can always come to the shop, peruse, find something that will work.
And maybe now's the time because this is the third time we've talked about stash. So I feel like I'm going to forget. So, we did a video of my sewing room. Gosh, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and how you.
It still looks exactly the same. Fabric is all different now, but it still looks the same of the way that I store stuff. So I fold my fabric a certain way and put it on the shelf because I like to be able to see it. And then somebody had specifically asked, they'd emailed Tracy to ask if we could talk about how we fold and store our fabrics that are less than a yard. So for me, I tend to, when I have yardage, I know if it's on the shelf, it is a yard or more. And so I know that as I'm searching that, oh, I can go ahead and pull these blues and these pinks out because I'll have enough. But if it's less than a yard, I don't put it on my shelf. I have these bins, these little, not huge, these little plastic bins. And the reason that I have these medium-sized plastic bins is because I don't want a 15-pound bin of blue scraps. So what will happen is when that bin is full, it's time for me to make a blue scrap quilt. it's time for me to pull those out of there. And all I have to do then, if I'm doing some of these, you know, we show patterns all the time. It's like, oh gosh, that would be a great scrap quilt. I have a lot of those kinds of patterns, and I'll grab that blue bin, lay everything out. And then all I'm dealing with is this little pile of fabric that was in that little bin. So that's what I do. And I do kind of fold it so you can kind of see what it is. But I know that if I need greens, if I need bright colors, if I need yellows, it's going to be less than a yard and they're going to be in those bins. So that's how we do it. And you do it the same way.
I do it pretty much the same way. And then I also have drawers that have my pre-cuts in it. So
me too.
I have packaged pre-cuts, you know, how we always buy. Or I have drawers that I have cut my own 5-inch squares, cut my own 2.5-inch strips, and cut my own 10-inch squares.
Yes.
So I'll even at that time go through my blue bin and decide, oh, it's a little overflowing. I'm not ready to do a blue quilt, but I'm low on some 5-inch squares. So let me dig through my bin and see what is, you know, if I could cut, oh, this whole thing is only 6.5 inches. I'm just going to trim that, scrap those 2 ends, and cut, you know, 8 5-inch squares. And so I'll do that too. And sometimes if I just want to be in my sewing room, if I've had a rough day, I just need to, you know,
touch some fabric,
be in timeout. I will just
have
go
my book going.
Yeah. And I will just cut, you know, go through a bin that's kind of hard to shut, and then just cut some strips or cut some squares, or knowing that the next quilt that might go in the long arm is going to be a blue and I don't have a binding picked out. So I can cut some 2.5-inch strips, maybe preparing a scrap binding. So sometimes when I'm just in timeout, that's what I'll do, is I'll reorganize my organized and just smell the fabric fibers.
Yes. Yes. And that's also why oftentimes when we do finish something or we've made something for somebody, we don't often show it. And the reason is because somebody's going to go, oh my gosh,
what is that fabric?
What is that you have on the border? It's like, oh, yeah, that's 10 years old. Well, I had it. No, you can't make that. Yeah. And so a lot of what we do is not reproducible because it's stuff that we've had for so long. So that's oftentimes, I was thinking we did have some show and tell that we were going to do today, but I can't remember now what it was. Oh, no, it's one that Brittany's working on, but I think she's not done with it yet.
No, she's not done with it yet.
Yeah, so never mind. Forget that I said that. Because we love to do the show and tell, but that's why you don't often see. When you come out to the retreats,
you see
there are 156 quilts out there. And they're in every room. There's lots and lots of them. And you get to see these weird ones that, you know, you might recognize the pattern, but we'll say, yeah, I don't even know what that fabric was, but but anyway. And then it also works out really good because if somebody needs something, we'll go in and rifle through my sewing room. I'm happy to share bits. And so anyway, always kind of fun. So
So that's our stash.
That's our little,
hopefully that answered your question, how we store smaller things.
Yeah. And then can you link?
I'll link that video. That video can go next. Just how and you'll see her sewing room. You'll see the bins. You'll see how she wraps her fabric. Yeah. And there's even some of those like, well, this fabric doesn't fall into a color category because it's, you know, multicolored cats. She shows you how she puts those. There's little cute little like shoe boxes almost. Yeah. That you can just, it's all pretty. You can see everything in her sewing room.
I like to see it.
Just see it, pet it. Ooh, that I like admire.
Yeah. I also will go in and Jess is like, no, I need to be in my sewing room. And sometimes I'm not doing anything except fussing a little bit.
Maybe not productive.
Playing with stuff. Yeah. I like to see all of it. Yeah. We have a friend, Jill, who has her sewing room. Everything is behind cabinets.
Yeah. I mean,
everything it's pristine. You go in and it's beautiful wooden cabinets, beautiful cutting counter. Everything is put away. It's like, oh,
you can't see it.
Can't see anything. Where's your stacks of things you're just looking at? Where's your stacks of fat quarters? You know?
Yeah.
So everything all pretty and put away. Yeah.
It's fun.
Anyway, yeah. All right. Okay. We're going to
I'm going to put this away. This was called Glorious Garden.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't say it before. Gorgeous. So you'll have this. You'll have the pattern. I'll take a picture of the back of it. So if you are someone who's like, I need to
do that.
Make that quilt. You can do that. I'm going to get this off the table and we'll find something else.
All right. This is a great big box.
This is a long box.
It seems like extra wide
maybe.
Or I think kind of the box is the weird stuff in here.
Some Denver towels.
Oh,
red with red. This might be still some
some of our
back order stuff. Denver towels, red with white polka dots. Minnie Mouse.
Yeah. This is a popular one. What's really nice about the Denroven towels is that they're good to, even if you don't feel like you want to applique or anything, they are a quality towel.
Yeah.
quality.
If you just need something cute to go with your kitchen. It looks like a soft book.
A soft book. Maybe we'll cut this apart. Is Tracy back?
I haven't seen Tracy much. Tracy's been busy. Yeah. And some extra wide. Some 108.
Ooh, this one's groovy.
What is that?
that?
Dang. That's a big flower.
Oh.
Oh, I thought about that one.
Now, is the other box back order stuff too?
Maybe it's a smaller box. So it's possible. I'll get it. Oh, it must be. It looks like there's a piece of Minky in there.
Minky stuff.
So yeah, I'll get that box open and get some plastic off because I am eager to see
I know.
that extra wide piece.
Yes. All right.
And then we'll get some that soft book cut.
So we did find Brittany, and Brittany does have show and tell. This is the one that she was bringing, but I grabbed this one for you guys. This was the customer's quilt. Joni, is that her name?
Yeah.
So we no longer have this fabric, so avert your eyes when it comes to that.
It was an old Moda collection.
It's an old Moda collection, but I just want to hold this up and show if you have just a really cool fabric that kind of tells that whole story, you know, like a border fabric or a print. Look at how cool this is, where she just separated it all out. She has some piecing, and then the rest of it. I mean, that's that whole idea. And some of that other stuff that we just saw that is ombre.
Yeah.
It would be just beautiful. So, I mean, this is a gorgeous quilt and it's all about the fabric. And that's that example of letting the fabric do the work for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is super fun. So tell them who quilted this.
This is Eliza quilted this. Her very first, I mean, I've been paying her to do some of my quilts, but this is the very first customer that has come in and asked for Eliza.
So Eliza did the long arming on Bernice's quilt.
Yes.
Cute little patchwork.
Super cute.
Cute.
A lot of piecing.
Good
Hold
for
on,
her.
let's see.
She's very even.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Very
she's-
even.
That's why I was
quilting.
having her do a bunch of mine so she could,
Practice.
practice. She needs to get some of her loops down, but she's using that older machine, so that one's hard to work on anyway. But
cool.
yeah.
Pretty fun.
did good.
Those of you guys that are coming for a retreat, if you want to bring a quilt and book your time, get your time booked before you come. We'll kind of talk about that, but that way you can come and
Yeah, we'll talk about it on our
That's something.
Zoom. So if you really are coming and have questions, we can answer those. But it's super fun. It's going to take you like 2 hours. Not even
Yeah.
that long.
It's
But
fast.
and you'll have plenty of time between instructions at the retreat and
Yeah.
party time. And
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
yeah. It doesn't cut you short.
no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Betty.
Thank you. All right, so there was a bunch of things.
Weird things.
In the two
so
boxes.
I found other Denroven. So bright red or bright red with my polka dots.
I feel like it looks brighter in the camera.
just a pretty Christmas
It's
red.
a basic Christmas
Yeah.
red.
If you know, if like you have this red and white polka dot, it's the same.
It's
red.
the same red.
Just
yeah, it looks
solid.
super bright. Yeah.
So I had those two Denroven towels. These two lone pieces of Minky. So these are the 60 by 72 inch pre-cut chunks, 2-yard cuts of cuddle. This is calf and brownie. So it's a white and brown cow hide. And
calf in rose.
Clara rose.
Clara rose.
But yeah, pink and white.
It's Clara the calf in rose.
Yeah. So if you need a 2-yard cuddle cut, there you go. We also,
And just these two?
yeah, that only two that were in there. All right, we have a bunch more back
We
there.
have weird, yeah.
We also have
It's just back order stuff. I
Yeah.
think sometimes somebody doesn't have anything to do to fill orders and they go, wait, what was on their
Let's
back
fill-
order
yeah.
list? And we get random boxes of random stuff. But
We also have 3-yard cuddle cuts back there, and that's the 90-inch wide stuff. So those measure 108 by 90. So if you have a larger quilt that you want something snuggly on the back, there's options for that too.
show us the book
Like the book panels, they were two.
We never say no to a book panel. Even if you don't want to sew it into a soft book, you can get our panel play pattern and just cut it up and just make a quick little quilt with these, using these as blocks with some 4 patches or whatever you'd like. But
Or even cutting these up and just separating with a piece of stashing.
oh, hello, Winter.
That's really cute.
Oh.
And verses, that's pretty.
Oh.
Soft snag one. Little tags. Hello Winter and made
Cute.
from. Cute.
And the directions on how to put it together if you're making the soft book. That is really pretty. I like the colors.
super cute. And of course, these look funny because here's the tractor and here's the tractor pulling the tree. But it's because the book titles lay on top of
Yeah.
each other. So as you're flipping through the book, it will totally make sense.
Yeah.
Because it shows you how to stack them to then stitch down the metal to create a, quote unquote spine of the book.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Really nice. So that one's cute.
And then this one was also in the box.
And are the book panels in their own category?
Yes, they're all together. So I'll put the soft books all up to the what's new. So you can see all of them that we have. We have quite a fun collection of them. Hello, Autumn. Oh, the cosmic.
I know. I was going to say, I always feel like that's going to make you sad because that reminds me of a dog.
I know. It
It
reminds
just
me.
looks just like
That's Ruger's
face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Another verse. That's super cute.
It looks like it's clearly the same designer.
Yes.
It looks like it's
super cute. And I love that it's about the fox.
Yeah.
A little bit about the squirrels. And the
squirrels.
chipmunk. But a lot about the fox.
Yeah.
Super cute.
That's super sweet.
Yeah, that is a sweet face.
All right. Very cute.
All right.
All right. Two
And
book
then-
panels.
2 book panels and then 2 108 pieces. So it's kind of like a marini. It looks very blue in the camera for what I can see, but it's more of that green marlin teal.
Yeah. Or
Mallard.
mallard. I was going to
not
say mallard.
Mallard teal.
Yeah.
With like a black
Teal and
kind of geometric shape on it. Super
And
nice.
probably the picture on the website will be correct
Far more
in terms of
accurate. Because it looks royal blue from what I can see in the camera, and it is not. It's teal for sure. And this one, 108 inches wide. We have a bunch of 108s and a few 118s even back there. So if you are someone
in
who
stock at the moment,
have some quilts finished and you've saved up some chump change for your long arm quilter, we do have a lot of extra wide backs. And Tracy will even ship it straight to your quilter with a little love note that says, "Hey, here's my backing for my
Betty.
red white one. Love ya. See you later." I don't know.
yeah,
But we can send it straight to your long arm or too.
this is not going to be here long. I feel like I need this just for like, a shower curtain or a...
Oh, a shower curtain.
Oh,
You
man.
didn't even see all of that.
Oh, man.
Oh no, there's not enough of this.
There is not enough of this.
Oh.
Look at the size of that. Dang.
Dang.
That is fantastic.
So if you want it just for collaging, you'll need at least a yard to get all your flowers. Gosh, if you just have to have it, I don't even know where you're gonna make your cutoff because this is gorgeous. I love this.
I love
This is gonna be part of my
we
collage
don't have
quilt.
enough of this.
It's already done. So impressive. I'm gonna do quilt it, trapunto. Dang. I love this.
We don't have enough of
This is better text. I might have to go shopping and see what other colors
we
this
can
comes
get
in.
more of this.
It's got to have other colors because this is fantastic.
Gosh. This makes me super happy.
That is awesome.
There's not
Well,
enough of this.
Act fast. Unfortunately.
We have to find out if we can get more.
Yeah, we're gonna go shopping. We'll let you know next week. when
Well,
we find
you
out.
might see it.
Yeah, you might see it.
All right.
We're gonna go find what else. But
Fantastic.
that's all I got.
That's pretty good. Another
That's okay.
kind of really cool line from in the beginning, called
yes, Glorious Garden.
Good.
Just a small collection, but beautiful border print. Fantastic.
Lots of notions. You got clothesline,
Faux leather.
faux leather.
That's the basic notions. The stiletto presser from Annie.
Mhm.
A new pattern. Fun notions.
And then wasn't there 2 boxes of what was in the other box? It's been so long ago now.
That was it. And then we had 2 boxes of the hodgepodge back
Hodgepodgey stuff.
Minky,
New kits.
toweling. Oh, yeah, the new kits.
Talked about the new kit.
Navajo Rose and O Tannenbaum, because the O Tannenbaum So Long is happening every Tuesday at 11. Good to watch if you just want to retain some information. If you're wanting to do a stash quilt, it's fabulous for stash quilt because it just takes bits. Or we have kits. So,
All right.
And we're
What else do
finishing.
we Tracy, did you have anything to add? We didn't hardly see you back here much.
Just working away.
And we have to ask, we had a question. Did you used to work in a bank?
Sure, for a little bit, yeah. But I got fired because somebody came in and asked me for their balance. I said, okay. Zero balance.
None. It's not good.
And
That's pretty good. No, it's not good.
No, not a true story. Just funny.
Not a true story.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So, this reminds me. just when we thought we were going to let you go. So I think we were talking in Fabra Chat about having a movie club.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So many of you guys. I was like,
no, I can't.
I know. Just to say, what movie did you watch that was really good? And I have a whole lot of people saying, I watched this movie, don't watch it.
Oh, good.
Everybody knows.
Good.
Right? The thing that I hate, no animals can die. I don't want to see blood spatter. People can die. I don't care, but I don't want to have to see it.
Yeah.
And it needs to be funny. And it needs to have a happy ending. So it's all these weird little things. Okay, so I have to tell you about this. So, funniest dang movie. Lisa. So my little bestie that lives out there with us, and she does all of our yard work. Those of you guys that have come for retreats, you know who she is. You've met her, and if you will meet her if you're coming for the first time. So she is super fun, and she says, "Oh my gosh, the best movie, the movie that you have to see." Do you like Nicolas Cage?
Yes.
I love Nicolas Cage. Do you like Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
I love him. Have you ever seen Moonstruck?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
No.
Oh,
Is it
it's old, but you have to watch it. Or what's the other one that was so good? Guarding Tess. So many good movies. I really like Nicolas Cage.
Was the other one? Or what? He wakes up to a different life.
Oh yeah,
What
yeah.
was that one called? But that one's not too bad either.
Yeah, there's that one.
With
And
the
Face Off.
Leone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, with Leah Tioni. Right. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. He has a lot of really good.
Leone.
Tia Leone,
But
not Leah
that's kinda
Tioni.
good.
Tia
Leone. That could be a good name.
Well, there is this movie, and it's called something like, it's like, I'll have to look it up. It's a weird title, but the movie is Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage.
That's awesome.
And the story is that Nicolas Cage is like, he can't seem to find a movie, and he feels like he's a has-been, and maybe he's going to quit, and he's kind of going through a divorce, and his agent is played by Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, okay.
And it's got not Taraji P. Henson, but who's the really funny black gal? Starts with a T, also maybe starts with an H. Anyway, she's in it, and then Ike Barinholtz from Saturday Night Live is in it. But anyway, he's kind of going through a little thing, and he takes a job where he gets to go to a birthday party, and it seems like in like Maldives or something, at some place kind of really cool. And then it becomes like this really weird thing where he kind of gets mixed up in something, and it is so funny.
Really
Laugh out loud funny. There was a couple of times that we had to stop and rewind because I was laughing so hard. I don't even know what happened. How did we get here?
I googled it for you. Oh, did you
What's
get
it called?
The unbearable weight of massive talent.
The unbearable weight of massive talent is what it is. So funny. It was just super, super funny. It has a happy ending, and some people die, but you don't have to see it. I mean, there's no spurting anything. There's no sex scenes. There might be a little bit of language, but nothing that was, horrifying.
Hey, as long as you're going to feel good after the end of it, that's the best part.
So funny, and it kept Dad awake.
Oh, hey, that's
Pa stayed awake for the whole thing.
Streep and
Not Meryl Streep. No, she's not in.
John Goodman.
No.
Jessica Biel. Oh no, those are people he started in.
Oh yeah. No, but who's the black gal?
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish, not Taraji. Tiffany Haddish is in it. But yeah, it's funny.
Good.
It's really, really funny. And the other thing that I think is nice about that is that sometimes there's humor where, it's that same old dry story, and there was a lot of unique circumstances in this book that was so stinking funny. I think the thing that we laughed the hardest at was there is a section where they're kind of writing this screenplay together, and they decide to take acid. Because LSD is going to open up the. And anyway, so there's this scene where they're like,
and you saw this on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just hilarious. We were still giggling about it this morning. So, and it kept Pa awake again.
That's an impressive feat.
That's difficult because also mixed in there's a little bit of gunfire and chase scenes and
a little bit
danger.
for everybody.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Anyway, I hope you like it. That's the other thing that you worry about when you suggest a movie. They go, "Oh my gosh,
that was not funny."
So yeah, there's certain people that I know that that we have the same taste in movies. So
All right, there you go.
it was hilarious. So
Cool.
anyway, watching for the weekend. But all
All
right,
right.
anything else?
I don't think
I
so.
think we're good. All right.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yes.
And we'll see you Wednesday morning, if not before.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.